3 years of conflict that have rocked the foundation of the galaxy have finally come to an end, though it's far from the peaceful, hopeful victory that some had looked for. While the droid army has been shut down, the clone troopers have now turned on their Jedi generals, and anyone seen assisting them is considered an enemy of the new empire. The Republic has fallen and been reorganized into the first galactic empire, for what its emperor suggests will bring a safe and secure society. What he purposefully laid out was just how the empire would seek to achieve such a goal. The clone troopers now acted as if they were stormtroopers, rushing into cities and conforming it to imperial rule. Citizens were to be ID tagged, given a number, and sent on their way to live life under a new form of tyranny. As for the clone troopers, the inhibitor chips that were planted in their brains have wiped out almost all that existed before. Where there were once names, originality, now there is only a number. During this time, there is no more chilling place than where it all originated, the ocean world of Kamino. There, the Kaminoans who oversaw the creation of the army await the arrival of Admiral Tarkin. Prime Minister Lama Su pores over a datapad ripe with information about the events of Order 66. It seems the inhibited chips have served their purpose. So far, not a single Jedi has survived their execution. You should be impressed, Tan Wei. Tan Wei was the assistant to Lama Su, and she oversaw much of the creation of the army as well. I knew they'd do their job well, Prime Minister. Though why is the Admiral here? Is there an issue? Lama Su passed his datapad to a server droid as he raised from his seat. His slender figure swayed as he walked, requesting Tan Wei to follow. The Empire wishes to do a survey of the sorts of our army. He has informed me of a move to replace our soldiers. Replace? What would be the reason? Fear not. I'm certain Admiral Tarkin will see the continued need of our cloning program. As the Prime Minister continued his stride, he noticed another Kaminoan walking along towards the training hall. By her side was a young clone referred to as Omega. Her reason for existing was a secret even to her, and Lama Su intended to keep things that way. He called out the Kaminoan with her. Nala say, have you heard back from Clone Force 99? Yes, Prime Minister. Their mission on Collar was a success. Shadow Master Balapa and her Padawan are both terminated. They are due to return any moment now. Very well. Have them report to the training immediately upon arrival. Yes, Prime Minister. Come, Omega. Lama Su watched as a young clone latched on to Nala Se. He certainly hoped her purpose for existing wouldn't come to fruition, and if his plan for the day worked out, it absolutely wouldn't. Some short time passed and it was reported that Admiral Tarkin had arrived on Kamino. Tarkin had never set foot on the world, but he was all familiar with the work of the clone troopers. He had mixed opinions, and it was the negative ones that were the most important. He firmly believed that whatever soldier served the Empire should have zero flaws. His escort soon brought him before Lama Su. Admiral Tarkin, it is truly an honor to have you here. Tarkin felt a bit jealous of the stature these Kaminoans possessed. He always commanded attention with his posture, his voice, his attitude. Yet these creatures did it with their height alone, even with such a graceful nature of motion. The pleasure is mine, Prime Minister. Though it's in both of our interests that we get right to the topic at hand. Early reports suggest that the clones were mostly successful in terminating the treacherous Jedi across the galaxy. Pardon if you don't mind me asking, but what is meant by mostly, Admiral Tarkin? Lama Su felt worry grow within him as he believed everything had gone according to plan. There are 2 Jedi unaccounted for, and both were primary targets by the Emperor himself. These 2 failures are alone troubling, to say the least. I can assure you, these are rare instances that will be rectified. Indeed they will, one way or another. The meeting of Tarkin and Lama Su felt more of a subtle war of words than a diplomatic meeting. It was clear they both had very different lines of thought, but soon came Nala Se to inform of Clone Force 99's arrival. Thank you, Nala Se. Lama Su gestured for Tarkin to walk out to a viewing platform adjacent to them. Admiral, if you will, I think you'll find what we're capable of producing for the Empire quite encouraging. Tarkin stepped on the platform to see 4 clones aligned at the very end. Lama Su was caught off guard, pulling Nala Se to the side for a moment. Clone Force 99 is supposed to be made up of 5 individuals. Where is CT-1409? From the report, it seems the inhibitor chip for CT-1409, the one they called Echo, failed to activate. He was terminated by the others for attempting to help the Jedi. Lama Su was speechless, but turned his attention back to the demonstration at hand. Tarkin couldn't help but notice the moment of pause. Is there an issue, Prime Minister? Absolutely not, Admiral. May I introduce you to Clone Force 99? Lama Su signaled for the simulation to begin as the group of clones sprang into action. Tarkin watched on as the squad of enhanced clones made quick work of the training droids tossed their way. These clones are quite impressive. Clone Force 99, I believe you said? Magnificent, aren't they? Lama Su found great pride in the work of Clone Force 99, but Tarkin was about to cut that feeling in half. Yes, but the droid army are a threat of the past. There are new targets the Empire must face. Maybe a true test is in order. Have them brought up. I wish for them to hear this as well. The display put on by the Clone Force was put on hold, and the clones took a moment to debrief with one another before heading to their next destination. Where are they sending us now? The largest of the bunch, a hulking clone known as Wrecker, was always the most restless of the bunch. Even with the activation of his inhibitor, nothing moved quickly enough for him. Easy, Wrecker. That's the Admiral who's requesting us now. Something big must be happening. Hunter, the leader of the group, found himself reeling Wrecker in. Bigger than the ending of the war? Doubt it. It could be a new conflict beginning. What are you talking about, Tech? The clone pored over his personal datapad. It seems a number of Jedi are unaccounted for following Order 66. Maybe this is what the Admiral wishes to request our services for. Whatever it is, we'll do our job well. Crosshair, who has become more heartless than before. Yet, that can be said about all the members of Clone Force 99 as they prepare for a meeting with Tarkin.